Hi, folks. I'm Jimmy Ratliff. I'm with Dynamic Independence, and we're here today with Cindy Bray and Marty Louthan from the Friends of Dewey Park. And we want to talk a little bit about the park and then some upcoming events that are happening. So,
Sounds good.
All right. Let's start off by talking a little bit about how the Friends of Dewey Park organization came into being and what the purpose is now.
So, okay, well, we haven't divided this out yet, so, we'll
Okay.
we'll
It's a unified effort.
You first. Dewey Park, the Friends of Dewey Parks actually started,
when did you first get assigned the task of designing the arch?
We had the actual project itself started before COVID.
Okay.
And I'm a designer, and I was approached by the Dewey Lions Club to help them come up with a plan for improving the playground in the old Kiwanis Park, which is located in downtown Dewey, right behind the library,
Okay.
and across the street from the Dewey Hotel. So we're just right in the middle of, I like to call it the historic district. But they wanted to put in a flower garden and then to update the play equipment. So we started with some plans on how we wanted to do that, and then COVID hit, and so we got shut down for a while. And then after COVID, we were in the park one day with Kevin, the city manager in Dewey, and a number of other people looking at the grounds and trying to figure out what we were going to do. And suddenly there was this conversation, I don't know how it came about, but that we needed to start a nonprofit. You see, that's what I didn't know. So we decided that we would connect with several people in town who were interested in this project. We had a small nucleus of people that weren't exactly related to anyone particularly, but we were all interested in doing the project.
Right.
So we gathered, we pulled everyone together, and that's when we started Friends of Dewey Parks. And it's basically made up of the city of Dewey, okay, and then the Dewey Lions Club, and then the rest of us became Friends of Dewey, the Dewey Parks. So that's the group that we work with. We have a small board of about 8 to 10 people. Some people are coming and going, and
sure. So
I'd say about 8 people. And so far, we became a 501c3 a little over a year ago, about 18 months ago. And that's when we began starting our fundraising process. And at this point, we've raised $110,000.
Wow.
And that's enough for us to buy our first big toy, as we call it. And but throughout the whole project, even from the very beginning, it was our plan to make the project accessible to all, okay, whether you were like 3 years old or 103 years old. We wanted to make it so that you could come and play on the toys that were there. And so we wanted to make sure that it was inclusive. Mm-hmm. And we looked for equipment that was specifically that. And so we did come up at this point with a climbing tower that's 12 feet, and that's accessible to all people. So if you have strong upper body movement, mm-hmm, you can pull yourself up across a webbing that takes you all the way to the top. So it's at a 12-foot height, which is okay, nice, because most people all of us, we very seldom get to a 12-foot height and look out right across the land. Mm-hmm. So this is good for people of all abilities. Mm-hmm. And then once you get to the top, you get to slide down on a really big slide.
Well, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we also identified another piece of equipment. It's called the We Go Round. Okay. And it's like a little merry-go-round. It's like the ones we used to play with all the time that everybody would sit and someone would push on the outside, and okay, just like a ring of seats, basically. Sure. And but this one is enclosed, and it's wheelchair accessible. Okay. And so if you were a grandparent with your child, you could take your little walker if you needed one and get on there and ride, mm-hmm, or you could get on there and your child might be in a wheelchair or needed assistance. There's plenty of place on that for you to get on and ride around, and plenty of room to turn a wheelchair around. So and then the third piece we definitely want is a set of swings that have accessible or seating. Uh-huh. And one we found just recently we really love is for a two-person swing. Okay. So one person sits here and one person sits here, and then you can you swing back and forth.
Right.
And it's, as we visited a park last week that had all of these pieces, and we saw people of all ages and all interests playing on all of these fun pieces of equipment. And
Excellent.
so that's what our goal is, to make playing fun for the entire family, to create a place that is accessible and people can go and sit and just relax and kind of recover or just relax and have fun. And then that people can play on equipment together.
Excellent.
So
Excellent.
that's our goal.
It's inclusive of individuals with disabilities, but it's also inclusive of maybe elderly grandparents, like
Exactly.
you said, the grandkids. Everybody can go play together and not just be like, well, that's just a thing for kids to play on, or because of this disability, then that's not accessible.
Yeah,
for
or
somebody. So
I'm
that's
too big, I can't go ride that, But I saw parents and children playing on the towers together. So it was just wonderful. It was really fun. We had a good time with this.
Excellent. And I know, Marty, you were on the radio, on their Facebook, kind of on the radio both yesterday.
I believe yesterday.
With Joe Sears from
with Joe
Civitan,
Sears,
correct?
yes.
And so there's a fundraiser that's coming up. Now, you all do a fundraiser in general. You sell bricks,
We sell
commemorative bricks, correct?
That's right. That's our major fundraiser.
And how much have you all raised so far?
I think that one has been about $10,000, somewhere in that ballpark. And we're continuing. As a matter of fact, I talked old Joe into buying another brick yesterday. So
Excellent.
he's going to be buying a brick with us, and he gave me a really good suggestion about the living tree and what it represented here in Oklahoma. So it's a really cool project, and Legacy Bricks, here we come, and we sell them. You can contact our treasurer. There's an order form, and we'll have them in various businesses. You can call. We'll give you the phone number, and you can call and visit, and she'll mail you an order form, and you can get a brick.
Excellent.
Or you can go on our website. And
Or the website, or Facebook.
Order form is there.
And that's Friends of Dewey Parks with an S .org. And that contact information, the phone number you said, the address, if they want to send in, or they want to get some more information, or they want to talk to somebody about it, all that information is right there on the website.
Right there.
So you were on with Joe yesterday on the radio to talk about the upcoming paddle party, and that's a partnership between the Friends of Dewey Parks and the Civitans.
And we've had one of these before, and they were so gracious and generous and said, let's do it again. And so this coming Saturday, March the 22nd, at the Elks Lodge, we're going to be having another paddle party. And it's really a lot of fun because it was the first time the Friends had ever participated in anything like that.
No idea what to expect. And it was kind of like playing bingo. Yeah, it was really, really fun.
With
I'm a part of the Civitan group as well. And that was my first paddle party also.
That you got to work at as a commentator.
Yeah, I was an MC a little bit there, did some of the auction stuff. It's a no-frills auction. I'm not going to get up there and do auctioneer speak in front of anybody, but we had a really good time. And the premise of it is that everybody can, for most of the items that come up for bid, and we do have a couple of those items that are sitting behind us that'll be available, that'll be provided by the Friends of Dewey Parks, is you bid a quarter, and you buy a paddle, and there's a number that's on that paddle, and there are like bingo balls in a hopper. And so they spin the hopper. If they pull out your number, you put your quarter in, your paddle's in the air, you win that auction item for a quarter.
I can attest to that fact because I won an auction item for a quarter. Number 96 was my paddle, and I won a basket full of pet goodies.
Now, if I remember right, you don't have any pets.
I don't have any pets. But all my friends of Dewey Parks, every single one of them have pets.
Everybody got a treat out of the basket that day, right?
No. They didn't.
Oh, okay.
I took it home to my family, there's 7 of us, so all 6 brothers and all 6 siblings, and maybe a couple extra grandkids, got a treat
Got a
for
treat.
their pet. So it got well dispersed.
We thought it was
Excellent.
a good solution.
It's a good
Yeah,
solution.
yeah.
That's right. That's right.
My
And it
schedule-
goes to a great cause.
And it goes to a great cause.
Yeah.
It was fun. And it was really fun.
I think it's one of the most fun things I've done in a long time.
Yeah. And it was
Yeah.
different.
It is. It's enjoyable, and the thing is that anybody can be involved because you buy a paddle for $5, and then everybody can find a couple of
Oh,
quarters.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you show up. I have a 7-year-old who was there at the last one, and he bid a quarter on 3 different things in one. So we went home with stuff that I didn't even know that we were going to bid on. That he did. So it's easy. Anybody can be involved if you bring the family, bring the kids,
Yes.
especially teenagers love this kind of
Oh, it's
thing.
fun.
Now, they had a
something
really
that's
good
different.
time.
Yes, and they get involved. We had some of the kids that were there who helped kind of show some of the things off that we had. So it's a good family event, and it's engaging for everybody, and everybody generally can walk away with
Well,
something.
yeah.
So
And you never know what's going to be there.
you never
I mean,
know.
that's what I
Yeah.
thought was fun. There was like all kinds of stuff.
Now, there are some other items that are in the auction that will be traditional auction items where we'll start bidding and move up. It won't be for a quarter, maybe for some larger ticket items. But there's a lot of baskets of just different goodies and things. And this year's theme is kind of March Madness, so it could be a hodgepodge
it
of
could
different
be a
things
whole
that
group
we
of
could
different
see.
stuff. That's
So,
really cool.
I know that whenever you were talking with Joe yesterday, he was talking about even baskets of toys.
Yes.
That would be available. So if their kids see something they might want, they can put a quarter in, raise the paddle, and maybe they can win something too.
That's
So
great.
it'll be
I
fantastic.
believe he mentioned superheroes.
Superheroes.
Superheroes, to be specific. Yes.
I think it's a wonderful thing. I think it's a great cause. As we here at Dynamic Independence, we're certainly in the business of promoting things like inclusion and accessibility, and that's exactly what the Friends of Dewey Park are doing. So we greatly appreciate all of the efforts that you all are doing. It's a great place that people, not just from Dewey, but from Bartlesville or other parts around, can come and visit. You all had talked about how you had gone to visit a park in Tulsa that had similar playground setup or similar equipment in there, just to kind of get the experience and see what that was. And it's a place that people will go to because it is so accessible to everyone.
Well, it doesn't bar anyone from playing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What have I missed?
I don't know. What has
I
he
think
missed?
it's pretty darn inclusive, excepting we want to make sure that everyone knows that
Elks Lodge.
yeah, exactly.
What time exactly, young man?
So we've got the Elks Lodge behind Walmart.
Food. Did we forget food?
Yeah, oh,
There's food coming.
forget
You're right.
food.
There's food coming. There will be all kinds. There'll be some finger foods. There'll be some bigger foods that are there too. Come early. You can come at 6:30 and kind of get a plate and check out all the things that we've got. The baskets will be out where people can see those. And then at 7:00, the actual festivities start with the auctions. So get there early. Get a plate of food. Get your paddles.
And you don't even have to buy just one paddle, if
That's
I
right.
remember correct.
You can have you can have one for each finger if you want one.
Oh.
You can just put all fingers up as long as you get that quarter in the bucket.
In the bucket, you're okay.
Yeah. Yep.
But you got to kind of reminder you that, oh yeah, I'm bidding, and get your quarter.
Get that quarter in, and we try to do that before
it.
each item when I can remember to do that before each item. Usually somebody from the audience
I think it's to
reminds them.
remind you.
But we have a lot of great things that will be there. A lot of great people will be there for a really great cause. The 22nd, which is this coming Saturday, starting at 6:30, come and get your paddles, get your plates, get
Elks
comfortable.
Lodge.
Elks Lodge behind Walmart. Auction starts at 7. You generally will run an hour and a half or 2 hours. Bring the kids, bring the family, bid big, and walk away with some great stuff and support a great cause.
And the more the merrier.
The more the merrier. All right.
All right.
I appreciate y'all being here today.
Thank
That
you
was
so
fun.
much.
Thank you.
We've
Yes.
enjoyed this. We appreciate you guys helping us. It's great as a community project to work together and meet new people and have a good time.
Exactly.
Thank
Excellent.
you.
to you.
Yes, and thank you too. So here's my obligatory plug for Dynamic Independence.
All
so
right.
if anybody needs any assistance with some sort of a disability related matter, whether that is equipment, peer support, independent living skills, to create a plan to help you live more independently, give us a call here at Dynamic Independence. We're here Monday through Friday from 9 to 4, 918-335-1314, or come and visit us during that time at 1110 Southeast Frank Phillips Boulevard in Bartlesville. We're right across the street from where Boulevard's Pharmacy was. So appreciate y'all coming today. Come and see us. Come and see them. Come and see all of us on Saturday. And we will see you next week.